There was a plan all along. God has always wanted everyone to be his people. In fact, when he called Abram from his father's house in Ur of the Chaldees to go to a land that God would show him, and he would make of him a great nation. Through him, all the families of the earth would be blessed. That's Genesis chapter 12, verses 1, 2, and 3, especially verse 3. And so we see there that it's always God's plan for all the families of the earth to be blessed. And that blessing is having a right relationship with our Creator. The Apostle Paul is saying to the church in Rome, it wasn't just to the Jews, but also to the Gentiles. And then he goes back to Hosea and Isaiah, hundreds and hundreds of years before Christ was born. And we'll look at Hosea this morning. He says, I will call those who were not my people, and her who was not beloved, beloved. And it shall be that in the place where it was said to them, you are not my people, there they shall be called sons of the living God. That is an awesome relationship that is available to Jews and to Gentiles. He's made the case very clear from the beginning of this letter that Jews who have the law have broken the law. They need a Savior. Gentiles who did not have the law of Moses, but were a law unto themselves, have broken the law, even their own laws, and they need a Savior. Everyone has fallen short of the glory of God, and everyone needs a Savior. Everyone needs that restored relationship. The word religion comes from the words religament, rebinding. It's a good word, been misused a lot lately, but to be rebound, to be tied again, that idea of a ligament holding together those things that ought to work well together. And so this idea of religion is those who were not God's people are now called God's people through Jesus Christ. Those who were afar off have now been brought near. Those who were aliens have now been adopted. Those who were enemies have now been reconciled. And those of us who have come to God through Jesus Christ have this joy in knowing that this really was God's plan all along. His plan was for all people to be his beloved people. So that invitation, that offer is open to everyone. And as we work through the middle of the week here in Fremont, we're glad that there wasn't any more damage from the tornadoes yesterday in Angola and Fremont than what we saw. We're very grateful for that, but it sure got our attention. This picture behind me of the new sign at the new property was early in the morning a couple of weeks ago, and I drove by it this morning, and there was a shadow right here across almost the middle of the sign, and with that wave and the shadow, it almost looked like a cross. And I thought, this is the message that Lake Area is bringing to this whole area, this whole Fremont school district, the counties all around us, that the cross of Jesus Christ is our hope. It's an empty cross, an empty tomb. And by what Christ did there, he has purchased for God people from every tribe and tongue and family and nation for God's own possession, that we can be God's own people. So move through your day today, knowing that he was motivated by his love for you to search and rescue you and to pay for your redemption, that we can be restored, religamented back into a right relationship with our Creator, because he loves you, and he loves your neighbor, and he loves your enemy, he loves your friends, he loves your family. Let's allow God to love everybody in our space through us. And remember that we love you too.